is always early. When we play the U.S. champs,
yes, he is.
Him and I are always the first to arrive.
You guys greet each other, hello,
Yes.
as we hear the public announcement system and
Here we go.
a gong.
Let's see.
No ceremonial moves for this round. Let's
see
get
if
it going.
Magnus can be stopped.
E4, D4, C4,
B3.
I was close. B3
and we saw yesterday Wesley played such a nice game against Magnus and won his game.
Yes, he did.
So Magnus wants his revenge.
Yes. D5, no bishop A3, D5.
Not yet.
Not yet.
It might still come.
Knight F6, maybe coming. Yeah. These queenside fianchettos, I know Hikaru has kind of been a trailblazer. Nepo a little bit. Bar, who else is making this such a trend?
Actually, Wesley had a game with the white pieces here against Caruana, and Hikaru has a lot of games, you're right, in the current position. Many games, he's the top player. And I think we're going to see some possible transpositions. Oftentimes, white can also get the move C4 in at some point here.
Right. E7, E6, inviting a Tarrasch type of position after C5 or D4.
I think I've played this few times.
takes b2, queen takes b2, b5 is important move here to create some counterplay on the b
Played
file.
rook d8.
But excuse me, can I play the devil's advocate and say, I don't know, I like my knight. I'm not saying that I'm overwhelmingly better or anything like that. It just feels like, why isn't black more comfy? He's got the better knight.
I mean, knight's there temporarily, though. I can always play b4 at the right moment.
Okay, there is a square d3 that I'm going to land on.
So,
By the way, b4 now would be a fork, right?
Yes.
So the move
I
queen
think
e7,
Magnus is going to play h5 now.
h5, fair, and after g5.
I don't know.
It could be intriguing. Things are heating up, and give us an estimation of the current position.
The current position is unclear. After h5, actually, the best thing black can do is just to simply take that pawn.
Simply capture.
Yeah, because we see that happening a lot sometimes. Just we don't allow the pawn to get on h6 and just take, and it's going to take some time to get that pawn back. You still have some problems with the b3 pawn. What Magnus had to do instead of the move h4, if we go back one move, right here he should have played the move b4. This was an opportunity for him to remove the knight.
Get rid of
Yeah,
it.
and knight e4 is the best one. Knight d3 doesn't do that much because queen c3, and only now play the move h4. And I think this is an improvement over the game because at least you have some potential with the c5 at some point here.
But now
I
there's
see.
no more b4
Now,
because of knight
no more
d3.
because of the knight d3 threat. And h5, there are not so many pieces here for white to attack. I mean, of course, the dream would be to play sometimes knight e5, knight g4, but every time knight is on e5, it's going to be met by a move queen f6, pinning the queen. And so he did play the
Here
move
we
h5,
go.
and Wesley needs to take that pawn, I think.
Giving the opportunity for captures, and Wesley didn't hesitate there. G6 takes h5. Wesley was very prepared, and Magnus taking a risk because he is jettisoning the b3 pawn.
And
Knight
Wesley
takes
takes
a5.
it.
Pardon me. Knight takes b3. Rook takes
Still
a6.
like
That was a mistake,
black
taking that
because-
pawn on
No,
b3.
but
Big
I-
mistake.
I thought a5 was the intention.
Absolutely, f5 was necessary instead of
And then-
taking the pawn on b3.
Only when you take this pawn would I take the pawn on b3. That trade really benefited Magnus. He got rid of a weakness while activating his rook.
And now black's pawns are looking quite weak. b6, h5 falling. White should be better.
Yes.
Much better for white,
Much
actually,
better.
close to be winning.
Wow. I find that kind of a catastrophic.
Wow, I
that-
just heard Darius telling me it's +5 for white.
Whoa.
There's
The
must
attack
be
is
some
just too
combination.
strong, guys.
It's-
Queen g3, knight e5, rook a7. That rook is just incredibly active now. And a few moves ago, if you're just doing nothing on a1, and if you had played the move a5, it would have been a long time before you can activate that rook. And I think
Dare
Magnus
I-
is just about to win another game, guys.
dare
7 in
I
a row, I
say
think.
it, 7 in a row. That is, that's a phenomenon. And by the way, he's doing it against the best players in the world. This
Of
is
course,
Wesley So
wow.
on the black side here. Wesley, incredibly solid,
And
Knight
position was
G5.
completely fine. It just collapsed in 2 moves.
right? Knight g5, setting up rook a7. I don't.
Not as good.
I'm not a big fan of this one, but rook a7. How am I going to deal with that?
Well, I think there is a move here, queen f5.
Rook
That's the
A7?
difference.
I beg your pardon. Why did he play knight g5 and not knight e5?
Knight e5 was much stronger to eliminate that
Yeah.
queen f5 idea.
Queen f5 is a defense.
But I think knight g5 is good enough.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Rook
Rook
a7
A7
is still very strong here, but there is some idea with queen g4, and white is still winning there too.
White
Yeah.
is still winning.
Yeah, queen f5, rook a7, queen g4.
Do I have any rook d1 check and knight d2 ideas?
After knight,
h6. I don't believe that one. I don't believe that one at all.
Knight h7 check.
yeah,
Knight
knight
H7
h7 is
check.
just game over.
Resigns, right? If you
Yes.
go king e7, I've got queen h4,
H4.
check.
Oh, wow.
That just does it.
Then rook comes in, rook a7.
Yeah, maybe rook a7 immediately, but queen h4 check. Where does a king run to?
King d7 seems to be
And then rook
rook
check,
a7. King c8.
and then another rook check.
And that's it.
And then we shake hands gleefully. Yes.
Yeah, you're losing a rook here basically after queen
Yeah.
h4.
And
White can also
time's not
start with
effective.
rook a7 probably.
Yeah, yeah.
And Magnus has 22 seconds.
And
Wesley,
he did start
30
with
seconds.
Rook a7, Rook d7, Queen h4. Is this the best? I guess it's as good, but I thought Queen h4 immediately might have been just, maybe I'm splitting hairs. What was the most exact, Var?
Just Queen h4 first.
Yes.
Would have just
Okay.
won the rook. Because
Yeah.
then King d7, then you play the move Rook a7. If you step on c6, you lose the rook on d8. And
Right. And Magnus is now just chopping pawns. Good enough, but maybe he could have checkmated
True.
or won a rook,
Yes,
actually.
that was the other line was definitely more winning. Oh
More
wow,
winning.
we can't go into this knight endgame because our knight will be trapped.
No, we got to go check first, right? So we can.
But should he exchange? I don't think he should exchange. He should keep the queens, right?
yeah, just keep the
Agreed.
queens, and now he's going to pick up all the pawns, h5, h6, and it's still winning, but the game goes on when they have 10
Yeah,
seconds.
right. Wesley might still pull something off.
Absolutely. No, when you got a chance of winning the game, do it. By the way, I'm being told MVL,
Won his
who's in the mix, let's say, despite his loss to start today, he won. And how's Duda doing? Is
Duda and Levon are both in trouble.
both Duda and Levon. So
But-
Levon has really slipped. Our wild card coming into this event, who was leading at one time.
Wesley just made a move with 1 second on the clock.
But that's a good move. Queen e1 check and knight d2 and some counterplay suddenly. Maybe
King
it's
is running.
Yeah, okay. No, the king is
Why-
absolutely safe.
It's scary though with 3 seconds on the clock. So easy to make a mistake.
Truly then.
I think
Oh,
Magnus
boy.
will checkmate on the queen side.
The clock situation, sorry.
Both 9 seconds.
9 seconds.
Wesley down to
Somebody's
4.
pausing, but there's a check.
Oh,
Oh,
such
what a
beautiful.
beautiful a royal fork. Nice.
7
Finish.
games in a row.
Finishing with a